Hey everyone, I want to invite you to another session here, a webinar here at Peter Stone. Coming live from Samut Prakan, Thailand, where we make our jewelry. I like to keep an eye on things, and it's a beautiful time of year. A little side note, it's about sculpting your life. And selling gold jewelry will help you do that because you don't need to sell a lot of gold, even though the percent markup is less. Silver jewelry, gold jewelry has been on this amazing uptrend. The economy is good. The price of gas is up, but that's fine. And that's all the more reason you need to sell gold jewelry. People expect to pay more for gold. They are paying more for gold. We have a nice group of that's growing that are buying and selling gold jewelry. And with Peter Stone, every one of our sterling silver jewelry designs, let me repeat this, every single one of our sterling silver jewelry designs is available 18 karat, 22 karat, and even 24 karat gold. We'll do 10, but I don't want to go there. I shouldn't even tell you that. That's like for a bigger company. We're not interested in doing 10 karat gold, but we'll do it for as a service. But generally 14, 18, 22, 14 and 18 being the fastest movers, 18 for a little higher end business. Now, we have a couple of different programs. You can buy the gold jewelry outright. You buy it at the best price, wholesale price. Then you are reselling it at a suggested retail price. We don't want you lowballing. We want you making optimum profits to build your bank account, pay for the additional inflationary costs that are going around. You can do this and protect yourself on top of it. So just think, if you were selling clothing, or you're selling candles or aromatherapy oils, those are healthy and, they're good things to have, no question about it. Bulky for the clothing and things like that, candles, that type of thing. But the jewelry, small, compact, easy to transport. There's a reason gemstones and jewelry are highly valued as treasures to transport in, well, let's say trying times. Cash is not the thing. You actually want to consider taking any cash you have and buying gold jewelry or sterling silver jewelry. You've immediately raised the value of that cash because in inflation, if it's at 5 or 10 or 20%, as it goes up, your paper becomes less valuable. When you've got gold, and as we move forward here, I believe that silver and gold will become more valuable. So you've got a couple of things going on here. You're buying gold low, selling it high. That's business, right? Buy low, sell high, and you profit handsomely along the way. Then so one of the really important things that people don't get is, oh, my sales are down, Peter. I see it all the time in the wholesale applications. And when I talk to people, Peter, oh, I'm struggling. I can't afford this, can't afford that. Okay, I've got a solution for you if you can't afford it. So because your sales are down, and I'll tell you why your sales are down, because if you're only presenting sterling silver jewelry, today, people want gold. So I'm going to tell you why they want gold. Back in 2008, 2009, 2010, I was doing trade shows in the UK. There was a bunch of gold companies there in 2009. Uh, and they had 2 stories, booths, stands, all this. But in 2010, same show, there was zero gold at that show. Not one small vendor selling gold. None. Everything was sterling silver. Then the term came out, oh, silver's the new gold, right? The gold companies started selling sterling silver. They weren't going to stop business. They were just going to, they're going to ride out the storm. So that storm's over. How many years is that? That's like 14, 15 years now, or 12 years. I apologize, whether it's 2009, 2010, it doesn't matter. What it matters is one of those years, 2009 or 2010, the whole gold sales stopped. And it stopped for a long period of time. But so why do I use this range, the last 12 years, going back to 2010 or 2009, when gold sales just stopped and silver was the new gold? People started begrudgingly buying sterling silver, right? Or silver, gold-plated silver, vermeil. But today, that's all changed. And 2021 was the best year in the last 12 years for gold jewelry sales. Proven. I've got a track record of customers. I'm not going to put them up here. I can't really expose them either. I see people doing a lot of testimonials. Well, these people kind of want to remain hidden. They don't want you going and copying them. But I'm here to share. They actually told me, several of them said, Peter, you need to tell your customers. But they're not wanting to be on here on the public media. But believe me, I will post some of their quotes and things as we move along here. And we've been doing this a long time. I'm guiding you congruently through this thing where when you do either buy it outright, you've got that, you own that gold. Okay, you own that gold. That's the benefit of buying at wholesale. You go, you do, whether you want to go to fairs, festivals, and events, whether you're selling online. You own that gold. You've converted your cash carefully to beautiful gold. And with a selection of 6,500 items, I just think a beautiful archangel pendant and a gorgeous phoenix in gold with rubies and sapphires or diamonds. Oh my God, that's like a collector's piece. And when the right buyer comes along, on that Phoenix piece that I just described, you could make $5,000 or $10,000 profit on one piece of jewelry. Are you there today? Maybe not, but you could be there in a year. People say, oh, well, my customers won't buy this. My customers want cheap. And they're talking about silver. And I'm like saying, find new customers, because they're out there. How many Teslas, how many Benz, how many houses, how much, people are making money in crypto and stock market, a lot of places. Yeah, you've got to play more for inflation, but don't let that noise stop you. Use it to your advantage as others hold back and stop and slow down buying. You're out in the front. You're the leading horse in the race. You are that person that's going to make money. So way back in 2001, when they blew up New York, and then 2003, the SARS came on, there was a woman. I was in a trade show in Colorado. And I had a lot of customers come. I hear all their stories. One lady comes up and people, a lot of them were, they didn't want to buy. They were afraid because they were saying, oh, their customers won't buy. One woman, one bold woman, one smart woman came up and says, Peter, she placed this big order. And she goes, Peter, all the people up and down the street, they have the same thing they've had for the last year because they're afraid to buy jewelry. Anyone with any money, because back then it was tough. People weren't spending their money. And so she would say, when they have that money in their hand, they're ready to spend it. They come to my store because I've always got something new. something interesting. So I'm going to come full circle back to the gold. Two options. You buy the gold outright, you own it. That costs money up front. But you can use Klarna, Affirm, Sezzle. If you go out 24 months, even you pay a little bit of interest, 2, 4, 6% or something like that, whatever it is, it's small, it's low. Do not do it with PayPal. They just don't. And don't do Amazon money. I mean, just depends what you want to support, but that's my side note. Some companies I will not do business with anymore. But anyway, what you do is your business. So this gold, buying it outright and reselling it, top profit. You're secure. You've got it in your hand. Now the other thing is you've got a store online. This is like similar to dropship, but there's two different. This thing forks up. So there's a gold dropship or our dropship program. And this is where you can level up. You can show more jewelry on your website. So if you show 20 or 30 designs with a dropship, you can show 200 or 300. And of those, 50 designs in gold. You've hooked people. You don't have to buy that gold. We can do it two ways. We'll deliver that gold directly to you and you give it to your customer. That's the drop. That's not the dropship. That is the gold system. You can put up 50 or 60 designs. If you're a wholesale buyer from Peter Stone Company, if you're a reseller, one of our customers and clients, we'll give you gold images to put up online. Now someone comes to your website, they like you. And they like the vibe, but they're back to gold. They want to buy gold. You wonder why your sales are down, because not everybody wants silver like they did 5 or 10 years ago. It's just not that way. The market's flooded. So you show up with your unique silver jewelry. You keep selling it, but it's not enough. You must have this gold, put up the gold images. That person comes in and goes, wow. Look at this shop. They have gold. Boom, I'm stopping. Oh, I like this. You don't know who's got the money. And you say, oh, my customers won't buy this. Well, today, you don't know who's showing up on your website. You've got to have the hook. You've got to have the big stop sign, gold sold here. Just imagine. The word gets out. People start, and Google starts seeing gold, gold, gold on your website. They send gold buyers to your website automatically because you show up every day and you're posting like maybe a new image every week of gold jewelry. You're talking about it. You put it in social media, talk about it on your blog. You don't have to pay for that, but all those little things help. And when Google sees that, or some of these search engines see that, be able to get back in on that game, the money-making game, okay? And this gold will fill in for your lost sales in a huge way, in a big way. I'm telling you, it's working. This works. This isn't something, oh, well, this is a good idea. I read this in a book, I heard this was a good thing to do. Somebody told me about it that I don't know. No. Who told me? My customers, my clients of a long time that are growing. One guy, he's telling me, Peter, I've had Christmas sales for 4 months in a row. And I'm going to give you a little hint. He also does some custom design on the side that says his signature, some unique things. He puts an effort into it and he goes, yeah, I'm going to be making $1 million next year, which is this year. He says, he told me that last year. He sent me his numbers. I'll post them. I got to keep him away from his name, but I can post his numbers and they are big. Like in 2 weeks, $200,000 in December. How do you do that? You don't do it just with sterling silver. gold. This is Peter Stone. Get on the gold, subscribe, get into our gold system, get into our drop ship marketing system. The drop ship marketing success system. You'll definitely, you're struggling this year, last year, the year before. I don't use that term lightly either. If you know me, I do not use the word struggle, because what used to be fun is no longer fun. It's a struggle. Now you have to work harder than ever just to stay a buck, just to pay the bills, which is ridiculous. I too had to go through that phase, and I'm like, this isn't fun anymore. I want to throw in the towel. But guess what? I'm not a quitter. I found the solution, and I found not just one, because I wasn't willing to quit. That's failure. And the fire pulled me forward. And I listened to a few people. Oh, look at this. Try this. Try that. I tried it. It worked. I'm sharing it with you. Subscribe. Get on the gold bandwagon today and blow by the competition. Get people stopping at your website, your store, your fairs, your festival. This is Peter Stone. I'm going to see you next week. Enjoy. Connect on one of our links and get on the gold jewelry journey. I'll see you.